another session today of antenatal Pilates. It'll just be a quick 20-minute session. You can grab the mat, that's all you'll need today. We are in a beautiful spot here again in New Zealand. The sun is shining. There will probably be a few moos in the background, but you know, I can't avoid that. The cows are out today. So we will get into the session. I'm 23 weeks pregnant. It's going to be a nice easy session. Basic, again, don't push into any pain. If anything's sore, please just stop that exercise and make sure you're okay with your medical profession that you're okay to exercise. So we're going to start today in 4-point kneeling. I just want the hands tracking out of the shoulders, the knees tracking out of the hips, and that nice flat back posture for me. We're going to start with, again, just our breathing in. So you're going to take a nice big deep breath into the belly, let the belly drop down towards the mat, and then as you breathe out, you're going to try and tighten everything, draw up that pelvic floor like you're stopping yourself from passing wind, and draw the belly button into the back of the spine. And then as you breathe in, just breathe down into the belly, let the belly come down, and then as you breathe out, draw everything up, thinking about really drawing the pelvic floor up from the back passage to the front to the belly button, and the belly button into the back of the spine. So breathe in for me, relax, let the belly drop, breathe out, we're going to tuck everything up, breathe out, draw everything up. Breathe in, down to the belly, let the belly come down towards the mat. Breathe out, draw the belly button into the back of the spine. Keep those shoulders nice and squeezed for me. Keep the chin tucked in. Relax the neck, keeping those shoulder blades together. We're just going to go for 2 more deep breaths for me. So breathe in through the nose, let the belly drop. Breathe out, draw up through the pelvic floor and the core. Tighten everything like a belt around the waist. Breathe in, let that belly drop. Breathe out, try and tighten everything up. Just to connect it a little bit further now, you're going to try and really push your hands and your feet. Make sure your feet are nice and flat on the mat. And we're just going to almost try and push those feet away, which is really going to start to connect with that core a little bit more. So I just want you to take, again, a nice big deep breath in through the nose, let the belly drop, and then try and almost push the hands and feet into the ground, into the floor, pushing away, but keeping that back nice and flat. You've got that tray of drinks on that back, you're not letting them spill. Breathe in, just relax off, let everything relax down. Breathe out, push the hands and the flat feet into the mat, push that ground away, and then breathe in, relax. Again, just connecting everything. Breathe in, let the belly drop towards the mat. Breathe out, push the hands and feet into the mat for me. Let's go for 3 more. Breathe in, belly drops. Breathe out, push everything away, connect, draw up through the pelvic floor and the core. Breathe in, let the belly drop. Breathe out, push everything away. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out. Push the hands and feet into the mat. Good. And then slowly come back out. If the wrists are starting to be a little bit sore, you can come off them a little bit and just give them a little bit of a circle around if you're not used to doing a lot of weight bearing through the wrists. But we're going to come back up into that 4-point kneeling. Back's nice and flat. Just going to start to connect with your shoulder blades a little bit. So knees are tracking out of the hips, feet are nice and flat. We're going to gently try and squeeze those shoulder blades back and down, keeping the lower back nice and still, squeezing the shoulder blades and then gently pushing away. You're going to breathe out as you squeeze them together, draw up through the core and the pelvic floor. Breathe in as you push them away. So slide them down the rib cage, away from the ears. Again, keeping that nice and flat. Gonna go for 4 more. Shoulder blades, squeeze them together and then push away. And again, gently draw them together and away. Cows are getting a bit vocal, aren't they? Squeeze them together and push them away. Last one. Squeeze them together and gently push them away. Back up into starting position then for me. I'm going to keep the shoulder blades nice and squeeze them. And we're going to just try and isolate the lower pelvis for me. So I want you to just gently start to try and tuck the tailbone underneath. And as we do that, we're going to drop through the core and the pelvic floor. And then you're going to let that just drop forward, opening up through the pelvis. And then we're going to tuck underneath, just the tailbone, and then rock forward. Then tilt the tailbone underneath, draw up through the core, pelvic floor, and then just relax down, let it drop down towards the mat. Keep the shoulders nice and squeezed. 4 more. Lovely. Tuck the tailbone underneath, keep the shoulders squeezed, drop through the core, pelvic floor, and then let the hips drop forward. Last 2, just tucking underneath, and then drop forward. Last 1, just tuck underneath, let it come back. Again, just come off the wrists if you need a break at any time. Give them a little circle around, and then back up into that 4-point kneeling for me.